Guys, what up? Welcome back. A little off the cuff. We are back on episode 12. We are testing things out now that we have our hunter. We're going to, first of all, hit the map and show you guys what we were up to. I am using Gathermate to create these nodes, and there's another add on you can use called routes. What I've done, I've actually now that I see this, I can edit this, but I'll just remember to walk straight across and go this way. But basically, I've made a route for myself. And I'm trying to hit as many Briarthorn nodes as possible. With people in town, I know these ones are going to get cleared, no problem. And with how people tend to just, there's a grinding spot up here for mobs for quests. These are going to get cleared, no problem. I'm more concerned about clearing the edges. So this is what we're going to be doing on this episode. I have the timer on. We're going to do one loop and maybe think of what we see. We're not only going to be targeting Briarthorn. I'm going to be picking up the Bruiseweed as well, and possibly the Mage Royal as well. We'll see how this goes. So that's an introduction, and the last thing I'm going to share is we are on the hunter. So I have aspect of the cheetah. I've got pathfinding. So I'm at 36%. You guys can see this in the bottom right. Walking movement speed buff. This is the whole reason why I made my hunter. Is for gathering. So we're going to try this. This might be epic fail. There might be somebody else doing this. I don't know. But we're going to try this working counterclockwise. We will see. We'll see how this goes. I am obviously going to edit the routes and try these a few times. I enjoy documenting. So we're going to jump right into this, and would really appreciate if you guys, those of you that do watch this, there's going to be timestamps at the bottom, what we find, my opinions, and I don't know. We're going to be doing a bunch of these. So I'm going to ramble a little bit on these just because of how nodes, for those of you that don't do much farming or are coming back to the game, and you guys can see right here what we actually loot. When nodes spawn, they're randomly generated. So this one node might have 4 different positions it can be. So understanding that they get pushed back to these corners, they get pushed back to the edges. This is why whenever I make these routes and I do these routes, I really do try to make sure that I am hitting every single node. When you leave one of them up, especially on your route, I know I don't have 1 or 2 of these covered. So Silverleaf, and down here is one. So we'll try to tag this one as well. Whenever you don't clear every single node and you leave one up, every time you go around and you do your route, you're leaving that one node up. So you are not clearing the entire area of what you're trying to farm. So every time you walk around that area, if you're skipping one node and it's up, you are, whatever percentage that is, if you have 8 nodes that are live, you guys can do the math on that, 15%, 12%, whatever that number is out of 8 that you're not clearing, this is the only thing that you're doing. You better be efficient at it. You're taking the time to come out here and do this. Just like this. So on my minimap, that's all I'm watching when I'm doing this, is my minimap. Only thing I want to target, the only thing I want out here, or the main purpose of a route, is to focus on one thing. And that's, for this one, it's the Briarthorn and it's the Swiftthistle. So that's the whole point of this episode. And I just want you guys, if I have a tip, or number 1 tip for you guys, is just to focus on your one thing and get extremely efficient at it. And because as Season of Discovery goes, you're going to make if you can be extremely efficient at things, and instead of pulling in an hour's time by not skipping nodes or locations or not skipping anything, it gives you like another stack. So instead of coming out of here with 3 stacks, you come out here with 4 stacks. A massive 25% more, 33% more materials that you're pulling out of here for the same amount of time. Just by rounding this out and possibly checking this one, you might be creating more revenue or gold per hour for yourself just by being efficient. So, and once again, this is going to be the first herbing episode of this. But we will be doing a lot more. We're going to be focusing, and once I'm going to be working on that today. So this should come out on, so today is Saturday. I've got an episode coming out on Sunday, so possibly Thursday. 2 or 3 days after Christmas, this should be coming out. And we'll see if these guys aggro. They do not. These should come out, and there will be more of them, and I will really appreciate some feedback for those of you that enjoy these. And there is going to be more in the future when Season of Discovery goes up to Phase 2. However high this goes, they're predicting at least 6 phases with this. So we're going to go all the way from level 40, Phase 2, level 50, Phase 3, level 60, Phase 4. And then they're predicting, we're talking about how many raids were there at level 60. We got Molten Core, we've got AQ, we've got Blackwing Lair, we got Nax. So what is, look at that. So we got a double right here. Look at this. Look how amazing. Amazing. Look at this route right here. Perfect. I did not snipe it from this guy. This guy was just attacking the mob. That guy might be out here farming mines. But I already had 5 Briarthorn in my bags. So at the end of this, just by doing our loop, we will kind of get an idea of. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so I trolled here. So I did not. I got the timer up right here. I did not start it. I'm over here babbling. We did not start it, but I will look at the end of what time we had started this, and you guys can see in the timestamps. I will make sure to timestamp that, and we can reflect on how long our route took that I just created before I made this video. How long it took, how much we got, and then we can kind of predict. And my hearth is up. We can go check the prices of Briarthorn, and maybe on the next one of these, so the next herbing video, I can kind of maybe reflect on, or maybe I won't hearth, reflect on what I think that this farm is worth, and that will be the title of this video. I want to be able to estimate for you guys what you should expect from this, or if you turn around and you craft. So Briarthorn is used in alchemy, obviously. So I'm going to go look up those values for you guys as well. And we can kind of, cause the main reason why we're doing Briarthorn is because you actually get 2. You get 2 herbs for this farm. You get the Swiftthistle and you get the Briarthorn, which is amazing. This farm, I've covered fishing a little bit with the wreckages, covering Briarthorn. There's so many things that are off the cuff, like cooking and grinding on meats and grinding on recipes, that are so available in this game. This game is amazing if you understand. There are markets for this game, and Season of Mastery, it only has the level cap is only. Oh, look at that. Look at this triple. Look at how amazing this is. We got Mage Royal, and Briarthorn right here. I don't want to jinx it, but it feels like nobody's out here. Oh, look at that. We got Swiftthistle off Major Oil 2. Perfect. Look how amazing that is. So, you can see this. Got a message for running dead mines. I don't want to. I'm going to message this guy real quick. No, thanks. So Swiftthistle falling off Major Oil as well is amazing. And Swiftthistle potions. PvP. Gathering. People might be using Swiftthistle or Swiftthistle potions for getting out of, you're gathering, but you get jumped by Horde and you want to get away because it's not really time to PvP. You want to keep farming. So you're not going to, maybe you're using Swiftthistle potions for gathering in the first place. So there's bruiseweed. Maybe we'll be able to pick this up along the way. See? Oh, it's right above it. Look at that. Perfect. So we'll see. I don't remember. We can actually look at our bags. How much Briarthorn? I don't think we have any. Oh, we had 5 on us. Okay. Did we pick up one earlier? I can't remember. But I think that's our first Briarthorn. We'll check that note. It's not there. And I'm going to go directly to this one. I don't care. I want to get the majority and check as many nodes on my route as possible. And we might do this twice. So this did not take us very long to walk around this. So what I also want you to understand is herbs need a certain amount of time to respawn. So we did this pretty quick. With me babbling and all this, we've only been doing our route for like 10 minutes. I like to have my route last about 15. So for myself doing this farm, I'm going to add a little bit more to my route. I'm going to cover more of the nodes because we are not covering all of them. Maybe as I check this one, I'll wrap through here and check the ones in the middle. And I'm going to check the ones through town. And we're going to be able to check almost all of them. The only ones we're not going to touch are these like 3 basically. So that's really, really, really good that we have that time to come through here and check pretty much everything. So I wrap around like this, or I should just add this in here. You can see it's closer to here than adding it here. So I will do that instead. I'll check this one. So this is going to wrap around here and then check these ones. And maybe this will wrap around in here. So I can go into the route and edit that. We're going to do one more. Okay. I know that these like one I'm showing how my thoughts are, my thought process going into this is, why I do this, how long my routes are, because you don't want to do a 9-minute loop and then as you're walking past things, they are respawning behind you. You want them to respawn in front of you. Okay? So that's my one insight. Whenever you make a route, if you're on retail and you're flying, or it's phase 2 and you're on a 60% mount, or it's right now phase 1 of Season of Discovery, you want to make sure that your route is long enough so that the herbs or the thing that you're farming respawns in front of you and not behind you. Okay, and you can play with that. If you do your route and there is nothing, you did not wait long enough on your route. You need to slow down, create more of your route, or this is what I ran into. So back, I'm going to have a little story time here as we're walking. I want to give you an example. Okay. I can't remember. So during Wrath, okay, when we had flyers, we were out in Northrend. Okay, out in Borean, I think it was Borean Tundra. Okay, there was a fire leaf. I think it's called fire leaf. It only had at any given time, it was used in one of the flasks. I believe it was Endless Rage flask. Okay, that was the most oppressive and crazy farm I have ever done in this game. Okay, for the classic Wrath, they changed the recipe because of how hard it was or oppressive it was when people were actually farming that herb. There's only one spot to get it, and it was required. So what I would do back in the day is I would farm Fireleaf, and then I would look at this. We got a chest right here. I would turn around, and I would actively have my flasks up when it was peak hours for. Let me check the time. 15 minutes. Well, it's been 15 minutes. Okay, we've almost done a route. So if we add that in, it might be add to it. We'll see if anything respond in front of us. So we'll keep track of this. If there's 2 or 3 in here, we're perfect. I would farm the shit out of these flasks and create a bunch of flasks. And then when it was time to, like, hour or 2 hours before raid time, when people were prepping every day, I would have like 3-minute windows between my burn routes. So I would have a route where I would be flying around gathering, and then during those 2 or 3 hour peak times when people are trying to raid, like during Tuesdays and Wednesdays, like the most important days. We've got a horde right here. Actually, I don't know. I'm not concerned about killing him. But the route was so small. Fireleaf route was so small. I could swap onto my alts, repost my flasks, get back onto my druid, and then redo the burn route again and again and again. And I could oppressively control that market for hours, for as long as I wanted. Yes, I would run into competition for Fireleaf, but I made so much gold on that farm. I can't remember specifically. Wrath is kind of when I really got into doing Trade Skill Master, but just controlling that one market, I made so much gold. So much gold. So we've started our route again, and there's nothing up. 2 things that could be happening here. Either we are really far ahead of our respawn, or it's like on these 2. So we're gonna go up here and check these, and I'm gonna swing around and check again. And this is what I guys want you to pay attention to. If you see 0 nodes up, either somebody's over here farming the same thing as you, or you've went too fast. So I'm gonna walk back to town and swing around and hit that one again. I'm just going to hit this one just in case. We've got a bruise raid here, so we did not waste our time. We'll hit this. We got a major oil here, so that's amazing. We'll hit these 2, and then we'll swing around again. Because Briarthorn is on its own cluster of nodes. Like, it does not, like most herbs do not share like respawn locations with other herbs. Like if this zone has 10 Briarthorn that is up at all times, it should have 10 up at all times. It's not going to respawn. This node is not going to respawn or have a chance to respawn as a major oil. It should respawn as a different Briarthorn location. So we're going to try this. I know I'm sitting here babbling. But, see, look at that. Look at that. See, perfect. Look at this. It literally respawned. We waited a couple more minutes, and look at this. This is a perfect example. I did not see any. I got ahead of my respawns. Okay, so maybe I just stand here, and I'm going to talk for another 10, 15 seconds. I do not want to be ahead of my respawns. I want to be behind them. So when I walk towards them, I see them, and I'm not here and they're respawning behind me. I want them respawning in front of me. So hopefully I give you guys another really good example. We're just going to have one. The most amazing thing ever is when you have run, and you have them respawning right in front of you. You can watch your mini map, and they might be respawning like literally 10 feet from you because you are like neck and neck, right? Clearing your route as they spawn. You can do this as long as you know how, like, the timer on your route for getting 90% or 100% of the respawns. If this took 16 minutes, if this took 18 minutes, you make a route for 18 minutes, and then you have control of this zone. This is what I do. Okay. So we're going to continue and check this one. We have a range royal. That's not necessarily what we're looking for, but we're still going to check this node. So that's what we're going to do. Not look like it's up. We might aggro these guys. We did. But we have our pathfinding. These guys do not net, so we're going to be able to run away from them. But we have not seen. So there should be one of these. One of these should be up. Unless somebody else cleared it, which I don't think they are. We'll see. There should be another Briarthorn node. Remember the first time we came through here, there was like at least 2, if not 3 in here. So we will see if maybe these cluster with this one. Regardless, there should be at least 1 or 2. There it is. So look at that. Perfect example. Okay. We might be able to get away with, there's a chest right here. I'm not sure. We're going to go and try to attempt to get that. But we should be high enough a level here at 24 that these should not. Look at that. They did not. If you're level 20, you might aggro these. But we are level 24. And we did not aggro. We got Silverleaf. I'm not concerned about Silverleaf. I am concerned about Briarthorn. And I'm concerned about let's hit the bag. Concerned about Bruiseweed. But I'm still going to check these. I'm still going to check every single one of our nodes. No matter what. I don't care. It's out of the way. We have time. So we did. We had to add like 3 minutes to our route is my gut reaction to this. We checked this one. So we're going to come down and swoop down and check these. So we are right there. This is feeling good. We are 22 minutes into this. Maybe shave off 4 minutes because remember we were bullshitting at the start, and we were kind of had to buy a couple more minutes to not get ahead of our respawn. So, but still, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this. And anytime, like I said, anytime you need to at least like the median. What I always give this game for respawns is about 15 minutes. But if you see nothing, you see, just like we did, we saw nothing on our respawns. You need to slow down and just try and go backtrack a little bit and see if they start respawning right in front of you. You are perfectly in tune with the farm. So you can see there's a lot of people out here, and there's a lot of people that run dead mines. So these I don't expect these necessarily to be up if somebody's farming in here or running. So I'm not PvP flagged. There's a bunch of horde right here. I don't expect to find Briarthorn in here because there's so many people in that area doing the pillagers for the quests. Oh, did that one? Yes, it just respawned. Or it's like my route thing is covering it. But I might need to move this. So that's another thing. I can see that the add-on is kind of covering up the node, so I need to move it. Okay. So we're learning. I almost walked by that. I didn't see it because I've made my path over the node and it's hard to see. So I'm gonna adjust that, and you guys need to do the same. So these are fun. I know this is going to be me rambling a little bit more here. If there's anything else I can kind of add on to this. The only thing, like let's say you're in a location and you've run out of nodes to make your farm longer, then you just either need to hesitate. Like I said, go find something to do, swap onto an alt for like 2 or 3 minutes and check your auctions, maybe farm on a different guy and set a timer, and then swap back onto this guy that's doing burn runs. And so this one, okay, we've done this one before. We're going to have to go in here and clean up all these guys. But we should be able to handle this no problem. And farm all these guys and just make sure that I just want the Briarthorn, man. That's all I want. That took 2 seconds. Amazing how much damage our bat, and we do. Perfect. Look at that. We did not leave it behind. We've cleared that node, and we got 2 Swiftthistle and 3 Briarthorn out of that. So there is going to be a little bit of clearing to this. You're not going to just get nodes that are clean and clear. There's going to be mobs that could possibly, as you're looting the node, will aggro on you, and this is why I'm on the Hunter. Hunter is amazing. Obviously, given my opinions on Druid is going to be viable, but Hunter is just amazing. You have your pet. And it's awesome because you can gather while you're in combat. So, just my thoughts on making this as efficient as possible. If we're taking the time to come out here and only do Briarthorn and only do Swiftthistle, we better be making it extremely efficient. So we were almost... So I'm going to swing in here. So maybe I'm going to adjust this and go and hit that one. We can go look. So as we're swinging in and clearing a couple more of these, because we needed to make our route just a little bit longer, we're going to check the nodes that we left up, which is like this one, and this one. Those 4. We did not check these 4 the first time around. So we're coming out here. We're went in there, and now we're heading this way. So those are not up. So this one might be up. If you'll start learning what the area is capable of. So you can assume if those 2 aren't up, this one might be up because these 2 share the same respawn spot as that one. The only other thing, we're going to go down this one and check this one anyways. Just because of, I just want to see if clearing area and making sure. So look at that. Perfect. Okay. So we did not check this one on the first route, but it is up on the second. So really good example here that we did not even check this one on the first time around. So we for sure need to work this into our route. This one, so maybe I don't know, somehow we swing in here. So for maybe here, we'll swing in, go back out, swing in here, and yeah, you got the drill, okay? We need to... yeah, I'll just do that at the end. So I think maybe I'll just swing up, hit this one, and then come back in, and then cut across. I think that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go up. Oh, on a tree. Help me. Mage Royal? Sure, we'll grab Mage. I've got time for Mage, and we got to cut back east hard. So we got a friend here trying to get us. Sometimes, man, this is still buggy. Sometimes it does. The follow button does not. I guess if we had mining, I'd stop and get this tin. That's another thing. This hunter is going to be eventually herbalism and mining. And if I had mining, I would for sure grab that tin vein. So we're going to wrap this up and make sure we check all of these. And then kind of do... We've got a decent amount, man. For like 25 minutes. Let's see this. We got like 1.5 stacks. So you're looking over 3 stacks of Briarthorn, doing this route for an hour. And then the Major Oil, the Swiftthistle, and the Bruiseweed. A lot of gold here. A good chunk of gold. And then, like I said, on the next one of these herbing videos, I'll reflect and kind of give my thoughts on if I turn these into swiftness potions, or if we use them for elixirs or potions. Maybe a better estimated value. So not only how you have your gathering guy, but then you have an alchemist that can turn around and make these into potions and flasks. This might be extremely profitable. Okay. Finishing up our route. Those are not up. I'm actually going to finish the route up here. And that will be it. We'll see. Check. Silverleaf here. So I think I am. I'm gonna kind of hug this because there was a bruiseweed here. We'll see if this one's up. Not. And we'll swing down here. That's fine. And I'll swing in here, and we'll stop. And then kind of give my thoughts here. You know most of them, but maybe I can estimate. Probably 4. You could probably get 4 stacks of Briarthorn here, and then we need to look at. Got 14 Swiftthistle, so maybe at least a stack, if not more, of Swiftthistle from this. And we gotta look at the. I can't remember. You guys can look at the start of this video. So this kind of sucks running through this, and somehow I fucking aggro these guys, even though I'm 10 levels higher than them. There's probably Bruise here. So Bruiseweed here, and there might be this Briarthorn might be up. Nope. Okay. So we're going to stop the video here. As soon as I loot this, we're going to look at my bags. So it's been probably a half hour at this. So halfway point. And we can see this. So they're doing this route for 30 minutes. 2 times around. So that's great. So maybe come out here and your route's going to take you. You're going to be able to come do this route for 4 times an hour. You can see this. So I already had 5 on me. So it's looked like 3 stacks of Briarthorn. I'm not sure how much bruiseweed we had. We might have had 4 on us. Maybe you get a stack of bruiseweed out of here, and then you get. I'm not sure how much Swift we had on this. That's my fault. Well, let's say you can get a stack of Swiftthistle and a stack of Mage Royal. So 3, 1, 1, and 1. We will look those values up, and you can see how much you're going to be able to pull. And on the next video, I'll be able to give you an estimated gold from this farm. So I appreciate you guys. I hope this is helpful with creating routes 15 to 18 minutes per route. If your route was short, you need to extend it, not screw up your next route, stand around for 3 or 4 minutes, and then continue your route. Leave me some feedback on this one. I appreciate you guys very much. If you guys want to support me, leave a like and subscribe. Till next time, guys, this is Gambler. I'm going to be making a lot more of these. All right. Peace out, guys.